Well, greetings, everyone. This is me, Nick Michael, and the scintillating Steve Frazier.
Hello again, everybody.
And we are doing a little bit of a double feature of Stephen King films for May into June for Steve's birthday on June 10th.
Oh, yeah. You know me, I got to get that Stephen King in.
And so we're covering a very new one. We're covering The Long Walk today, guys, from 2025. So, guys, if you have your own copy of the film, we get you over to the timestamp of 0, turn on your subtitles to follow along with us, and we'll get synced up with a countdown and get going. So, in 3, 2, 1, play.
I remember this was published under a Richard Bachman.
Bachman book, yes.
I'll come back to that in a minute, but
Yes.
I remember the first time I read this, I was like, I get drawn in almost all the time to all of the stories.
Sure.
But I was so enamored with this concept of, the contest.
Yeah.
You know, I love any sort of contest that requires all the participants to die except for one. And completely enamored with the whole thing, and I couldn't put it down. And I waited for years and years and years and years and years and years.
Oh, yeah.
And
Forever and a day.
finally they said they were going to make it, and I was so excited. And so many more things got in the way, and then it was like a delay, and then it didn't happen, and it was finally it's happening. And it finally came out in 2025, and I went immediately. And it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than the novel, but it is great, I think. I think we can get into adaptation apologists, me, again.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about so many of these stories and why you have to make a change or two here and there for the sake of
brevity or
storytelling.
streamlining.
Movies have rules. Movies have rules that novels don't.
Yes.
And there are quite a few people that are quite pissed about this one in particular.
Okay. And
I see no reason to be upset because I think it's great. This, interestingly enough, is, I think, on the record as being the first novel that Stephen King ever wrote.
Yes, he wrote way before anything else. Way before.
Yeah, he was in college, I believe. This is like the late 60s he wrote this thing. And maybe even, dare I say, mid-60s. And he had been sending out short stories to magazines, whatever would take him, give him a paycheck.
Yeah.
And somebody, I don't remember the exact publishing house, published Carrie in 72, 73, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his first published novel.
Mm-hmm.
And Salem's Lot came shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
And I think The Shining was next.
Yeah.
So by then, he's had a string of successes. Yeah. And it was in the late 70s that he decided, somebody decided, I don't know, it was him or his wife or whatever, to dig out some of these old ones that he had laying around.
Yeah.
But he also didn't think, he kind of wanted to find out.
Brand?
He kind of didn't want to, he wanted to know if people were buying it based on his name or if it was because of the talent.
Yeah.
Would it sell if it wasn't
King?
Author of Carrie and The Shining and Salem's Lot. So, and they all did kind of okay.
Sure.
There were multiple books written under the Bachman, or released under the Bachman name.
Which the next commentary we're doing is another Bachman
That's correct.
book from 2025.
That's correct.
Readapted.
We're going to cover the newer Running Man.
Yes.
And I think that's great. The knowing that your son
might not come back, yeah.
Look at the biceps on Peter McBreeze.
Oh, yeah. David Jonsson, man.
I don't know if he assigned races to people in the books. I feel like he didn't. I didn't read Peter McBreeze as a black man. Obviously, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, sure.
I think this guy does a great job.
David Jonsson there?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's... as we spoke about Alien Romulus briefly in our previous commentary.
Oh, is he in that?
He was the android brother of sorts of the main character of the film, and people praise this out there, and I think this is... His performance here is like a star-making performance. He just shows everything to launch him into anything you want to put him into. When you get into it.
I also didn't read Hank Olsen as an Asian man, but...
Really, that's right. The name doesn't quite speak that.
No.
And the gentleman playing Ray Garrett is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Yeah,
Cooper Hoffman.
That's super interesting.
Yeah. You can see it a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he does...
Not overtly, but once you know it, you can see it. Yeah.
So, in the novel, everyone is younger. Like, I think they're like 15, 16.
Okay.
And I think for the sake of whatever, they just wanted to make everybody 18 here.
Probably.
And
probably a little easier to cast.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think about anyone in particular like being 18 or whatnot. Well, looking at the characters, just like they're the characters.
Yeah, and this is what King does so very well, is present you with 30 people in a short period of time, and you know everything about all of them.
Yeah, just...
So, there is no real explanation in the novel regarding...
the background of the world.
Yeah, it's
no
just...
particulars.
It's just kind of like, this is a thing that happens, and...
It's my guy. Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Playing completely against type.
I think he does a great job in this role.
He does. Like I was when I was seeing like trailers or anything, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But seeing him in action, like no problem whatsoever. I personally always thought he had a lot of, knowing where my fandom started with the guy, I always thought he had a lot of stuff to offer. I gave him a lot more credit for his performances in Star Wars than a lot of people ever seem to. But then he had all these years of just like typecast in a bunch of B movies, direct-to-video stuff.
Random.
Not a whole lot of not getting high-profile stuff until now. You got all these people who kind of grew up with the guy and kind of a new generation of filmmakers. Like, he was a hero to us. So,
sure.
Like, hey, see what he can offer now. And he's delivering.
They changed a little bit here and there with some of these people.
Well, they shrunk the number down. It was like, what, 100?
100, yeah.
100. So they chopped it in half, I believe.
Yeah, it's 100 boys in the thing. And there are some characters that they kind of combined into one.
Yeah, merged a little bit.
Which is fine.
Streamlined sensibilities.
Not that it's a terribly long novel. It's only, 250 pages or something.
In terms of detail.
Sure.
Unless you're going to turn it into like a 6-episode miniseries of sorts. So you need, for 2 hour under 2 hours. It's about 140 minutes long. You need, again, brevity to it in that regard.
And I believe in the novel...
It's 4 miles per hour. I read a little bit into the Wikipedia for the novel. Didn't want to get too much into it, but it was 4 miles per hour.
That's correct. They changed that a little bit here. And that's one of those things that, like, the people, the keyboard warriors, are like...
Funding on the thing.
Why did we change it from 4 miles an hour to 3 or whatever?
I'm sure it's just the fact of the visual presentation that... Whatever the case, I don't know what someone walking at 4 miles per hour looks like, but I'm sure the filmmakers kind of felt like did little somethings here or there to kind of figure out what feels right for the visual of watching these guys walk.
Right. What
seems like a possibility for it. So, and the fact is, every scene, everyone has to be walking.
Right.
That's just the most fascinating thing about having to shoot this thing. It's like, there's no scene where someone just gets to sit down at a table. Someone just stands around a room. Everyone's walking all the fucking time.
Right. Well, at least these group, not necessarily the people in the trucks or whatever.
Right, but I'm talking about the main
the cast,
core of the characters. They're walking all in every single scene. Every scene's a dialogue scene walking somewhere.
Right.
So that's a interesting logistic to deal with throughout the entire process of making the film.
Now...
Especially as you're constantly changing locations.
Right. Is it something where the audience would know the difference between
the 3 and the 4?
3 and the 4?
That I don't
know. And the argument amongst the keyboard warriors is, well, why change it if it doesn't matter?
Right.
And I say, if it doesn't matter, then who cares if they change it?
Sure.
You know, it
doesn't affect the storytelling. Right. I think it's just an aesthetic thing that... Whatever the case is, it just is an arbitrary choice that doesn't really have an effect on how the story's told. It's probably just a visual thing that they felt was easier to convey as 3 instead of 4. That's all I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's a simple enough thing to say.
3 is a psychologically more available number.
Right.
I think, for everybody.
Right.
So we've got all these characters, which is cut in half, like you said. They've taken some interesting liberties with some of them. For example, the Stebbins character, which is the tall drink of water kind of in the back there. He was portrayed in the novel as almost like a hippie outcast kind of character who walked at the very back of the line, and he kept to himself, and he wouldn't answer if people talked to him, and he, like, that is the one character I think that is written very differently between here and
I can feel that.
Now, does that matter in the long run? Probably not, because I think they combined him with some other characters to make it a more cinematic. You know what I mean?
And also, the fact is, when you're writing a novel, you can write a lot of internal monologue about maybe that Stebbins character. He's not talking to people, but you can get this internal viewpoint of what he's thinking.
Stephen King will write entire sections of novels that are from the point of view of a dog.
Sure, yeah.
Or a fox.
Sure.
Or whatever.
A peculiar perspective on the proceedings.
There are numerous passages in the novel Cujo that are written from Cujo's point of view.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Which is an interesting tidbit.
But how do you can't realize
film
it on screen.
No, you can't take a picture of it.
Without turning into, I don't know, Homeward Bound and then Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Voice of one of the characters.
Great movie.
And just on a visual level of casting, everyone is very distinct. Everyone looks a little bit different.
Yep.
A little bit of different ethnicities, races, stuff like that.
Like, I very much pictured...
And the costuming as well.
I think I very much pictured everybody in the novel to just be a white boy.
Sure. If he's not creating that much of a distinction about it, if it's more about definition of internalized quality of the character instead of defining a visual aesthetic.
I'm sure,
there might be little touches here and there to say something, but
I did read the novel again right before the movie came out last year, and so I was very aware
of what's going on
when the movie was going when it first
where it
came
was going
out,
and where the novel went.
Right, get up and walk for a minute, dude. Like, don't you understand? Like, walk without your shoe.
Yeah.
But what I do like they've really tested you there. Like, they created the tension.
Yeah. And realized
and
enough realization of what the strictness is.
Right. And in the novel, you have a lot more people that are expendable. You have double the expendables.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, in the end, there's really only about 10 characters that are actually, like, in contention for the thing.
Yeah.
And so, those are the 10 that they've chosen to focus on here, right? So, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, some of these people in the back, we don't know anything about, and we never learn anything about.
We need a little fodder. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely it's a psychology, right? You know, you're learning about the characters, their backgrounds, why
they're here.
Yeah. There's a thing, I believe that Ray volunteers in the novel for it. Like, I don't know, like, I think you put in, it's like a lottery system or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a backstory there.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where he originally wasn't picked, but then he was an alternate and got picked or something. I do have one major gripe with the movie, and it doesn't really manifest itself until
the end.
Toward the
end.
I
remember your mentioning it to me at the time.
And it's not the way they chose to end the story, because the ending of the movie is different than the ending of the book.
Yeah.
And
there was even an alternate ending that was shot, but not chosen. I'll talk about when we get there.
I like this ending. I have no problem that it's different than the book. I like it.
Sure.
However, I have one major gripe leading up to the ending. But that's okay, and it will
back pocket it for now.
It'll manifest itself as we go along.
Yes.
One of the other I have a major gripe and a minor gripe.
Sure.
My minor gripe involves the lack of both distance and change of scenery.
Okay.
There are scenes in the novel where they walk through town.
Okay.
And much like a parade, the whole town is
they portray much more sparsely in the film.
Right. Like, the whole town is there to watch the parade of people because they want to see somebody die in the road in front of them.
Looking for the blood sport.
Sure.
Which is interesting to kind of contrast this with what the Running Man is, which is much more media-centric story.
Yes.
This one, I mean, from the novel, from what I heard of, and especially here in the film, like, it's not part of the focus of the film. It's about the characters. It's not about the larger world kind of spectating on it as much.
No, and part of that is because it was written in, like, 1967.
The media stuff wasn't as prevalent.
Right. It wasn't, like, this kind of thing could have been going on behind the scenes and nobody knew about it.
Yeah, the most you had at the time was writing is like Vietnam War coverage and everything, so it's a very different thing. But
And the novel is not depicted in a certain year. Like
Yeah,
it's
I doubt
kind
it.
of just a generic.
Well, I think the
in
same
the
thing
future.
as Running Man. That's
Yeah.
like it's very ambiguous as necessary.
The Running Man, I believe, was set in 2025.
Okay.
Like
The new adaptation eschews
doesn't say
Benedict.
that.
Yeah, which
But
is smart, I feel.
I'm pretty sure that the novel says 2025 in it.
Okay.
So it makes it very like, oh,
Because the Arnold film definitely just like
oh no, whatever.
they changed that for reasons that just don't have any purpose. to
Like
it.
it's like the same name character, the same
Oh yeah.
like contest. It's a contest.
Charlie Horse.
Yeah, look out. Curly. Yeah, they made him 18, which makes everybody else feel way older.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a psychology around do you help the guy?
Right.
Or do you...
Because as an audience, it slowly starts dawning on us like
Only
only
one...
one person is going to be alive at the end of this. All these other people are going to be dead.
Right.
So it's an interesting paradigm in your head watching the story unfold, knowing that they're making all these friends and helping each other. Some are helping.
Right. Some are actively against.
But these are all short-lived relationships. There's no way more than one person is going to live. I mean,
I think this is actually
a fantastic moment.
Isn't it a great
Yeah.
performance?
Also, it just makes me think of like me waking up at a random point in the night and I just have that calf
Yeah.
tightens up like hell and it hurts so much. And to think of having to walk on it without any walk or die.
At
With
3 miles an hour.
With that pain.
And look at that shot
Yeah.
right through the face.
Yeah.
Now, and what's great is
Yeah.
he gets a warning because he's in shock.
Yes. Yeah.
Now we're 20 minutes in,
Yeah. And we're getting
and would you say this runs about an hour 40?
hour 40. Yeah.
So we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah. About a fifth of the way.
It's a little bit of a, and there's your
Yeah.
title card after
Yeah.
the first death.
Now you understand what the stakes are.
Yeah.
The reality.
I don't know if 20 minutes is too late, like they should have done it earlier.
Well, it makes me think about the Friday the 13th reboot. It was about that time in the film when the preamble finishes and the title card comes up at the same time. And
Was it that late?
Yeah, it was about the same amount of time. So that's what made me think about it. So. Yeah, this one they got a nice director for this one, Francis Lawrence. He's veteran director at this point. He did a bunch of the Hunger Games films. He was one of those guys who came up with the music video scene. He first film was Constantine with Keanu Reeves, which I think contentious adaptation of the Hellblazer comics, but I thought it was a really good film. And they're dabbling around maybe do a Legacy sequel. I don't know what's going to happen, but this guy. He's down pat at this point in time. He knows the kind of material, like Hunger Games stuff, is right in its wheelhouse. The sort of dystopian future, and people are put into these blood spores for the masses that kind of consume and everything.
Right.
So, like, he knows he's right in the pulse of that type of thing. So.
Obviously, with it being a King story, it's set in Maine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they gave this one a location. I don't remember.
I didn't recall them actually saying where they were or anything, so.
But this doesn't really feel like Maine.
No, this feels more, again, kind of the
Midwest.
Oklahoma where we were previously.
Rural Illinois where we are.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, like this could easily be Georgia.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know where they filmed it.
Wasn't a whole lot of behind the scenes on we're actually watching off of a streaming copy right now, but on the Blu-ray there's a 75-minute documentary on the film.
Oh, nice.
So, but let me look.
I did not purchase this one.
They're up in Winnipeg, southern Canada.
Winnipeg.
So,
Chris Jericho.
so yeah, I could definitely see it like Winnipeg, Calgary type of farmland.
Canadian farmland, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's the interesting thing constantly, they just have the police in every single town stand there saluting. It's just that militaristic edge.
Yeah.
Kind of subtly reminding you.
Yeah, so Garrett is from Maine, where it's set.
Yeah, they do mention that this is, wherever this is being held, is his home state.
And people come from all over the country to participate in this, I guess.
Yeah, it would seem so.
And there are, subplots of, girlfriends and whatever that are witnesses.
Olsen, they say later on, Olsen has a wife.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely there's a charisma
Yeah.
to a lot of these guys.
Yeah. And Barkovich is a really interesting character overall. Just
So he's
complex.
He's definitely a heel character in the novel.
Yeah. And this guy.
Foaming at the mouth,
Yeah.
number one. Having a seizure.
Uh-huh.
Ewing. Ewing starts with E. They're supposed to be alphabetical. Ewing was number one? No. Isn't there an Adams or something?
I don't know.
Barkovich comes before
Barkovich
Ewing.
comes first. And the fact that it's like, it will always be the countdown.
Right, right.
No matter what.
And I do like here that they don't always show you. Like,
Right.
some of them are off screen and some are not.
I like it, because that shows the even-handedness of the directors. Like, I don't need to show you the graphicness every time someone... Because otherwise it just gets... If you keep
You're immune to
the
it.
audience,
Yeah.
you get desensitized to the idea. You use it when it actually has an impact. So
Well,
the first time you get killed, that sets the tone.
Right,
That
the first one,
guy, you
yeah.
have to show it right in the face. And the few times they actually show it later on, it has that more emotional impact.
Like, there's literally
It's not being exploitative.
one person here, one person there.
Yeah. Because then you're also focusing more on the main characters, their reactions at the moment.
Right.
And that's more important.
They do a good job of showing kind of rural America,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
America, but we're Canada, rural life.
Rural life, yes.
Dick. He does a lot of holding his dick. Pete.
Yeah.
The novel has, actually, I believe they are Native American characters, and they might even be brothers, that are always in the lead.
Okay.
And they're, like, it's established as those two are always, like, up front or whatever. So there's a clearly defined, he uses the word vanguard a lot, which means, like, leader of the pack.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, as the novel goes on, it slowly dissects into smaller groups.
Yeah.
And people kind of wanting to walk alone or kind of bouncing up to this one or falling back to that one. Right. And temperaments.
Yeah.
And it's really, I don't know, it's like such a psychology case. and so well written. And this is obviously a lot more glossy on screen.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, yeah, I wasn't expecting
one-to-one.
Note for note, yeah. But, like, the guy that's back there taking notes, like, at this point in the novel, we've known all about him and why he's doing that.
Yeah.
And so, for somebody like me, I go, it's almost like an Easter egg, right? You go, oh, I know what that is. Like, I know that guy, I you know.
Yeah.
And to you, he's just another guy until I think it comes up in the dialogue later on.
He kind of wedges his way up to these guys to kind of introduce himself.
Well, yeah. And that, you kind of have to do that on a movie film, is have your main guys and then have the other ones kind of come and go.
Right. Again, it's the lack of having the internal monologue of a character, where you're not just kind of like dipping into the thoughts, unless you're going to have 13 freaking voiceovers going on, cluttering up the film, which is bad.
Yes.
Again, if you were to make it a miniseries, you could take like half an episode, focus on this guy on this part of the journey, then this episode, that guy, stuff like that. You could have time to kind of diversify the approach. But for a film, you got to kind of keep a certain steady focus.
Right, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yes, you could definitely have subclass conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And you might even be able to get away with some flashback to their home life.
Yeah.
I like this dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your poor gay boy.
Yeah.
And this guy who's just an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that character in the novel, there's two of them that are always up in the front. And I think it is the Native American character, so they just made it one for this movie.
Yeah, simplify it.
Ow, road rash right in the face. Fuck me, that hurts.
Oh, I've been there. When I was a kid, I was running my bicycle down the pavement, kind of running away from these guys.
Here's the beginning of the Barkovich downfall. Go ahead.
I flipped over the handlebars face first on the pavement.
Oh, fuck. You just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, so I was a little worse off than this guy. Oh, not now.
Right, yeah. So, Barkovich antagonizes Rank in the novel, and ultimately Rank gets killed.
Yeah.
And then there are a group of people, including our main group, that like hound him, basically as saying that he's a killer.
Yeah, that goes on, yeah.
And, you know, he's
eats away at his psyche.
Yes, and he's the heel of the story. One of them.
Yeah.
And, in the movie they made the Major a little bit more of a heel.
Yeah.
The novel, he's just kind of an omnipresent
overseer.
Yeah. And without real...
Kind of a figurehead for the establishment.
Yeah, and there's no real description of kind of the hierarchy other than he's in charge of the whole...
Yeah, it's a very intimate story to a degree.
Yeah.
Focused. That's why I think, like, not having that kind of outside media perspective is good for this story.
I agree. However, I do think, because it is such a famous event that happens every year, that they're missing that element of people coming to see it.
Right.
Especially...
having those people line the streets and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
there's an
Could
element
use more of that.
There's an element of in the novel of the characters always asking Ray's perspective of like what town is coming next because he's from there, right?
Yeah.
So they want to know like how far are we from here? You know, what's going to happen when we get here?
Yeah. Where some of the landmarks with some of the obstacles we might encounter going forward. Oh,
there we go. Somebody's taking a poop right on the TV.
Yeah, how?
I bet you never thought.
See that on the big screen.
Bet you never thought that you would
see that on IMAX or some shit, man.
Watch some man take a poopy on the road.
Oh yeah, this guy's having a bad old time of it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how? There we go. Yeah. It's one of those things you got to think about in this whole thing.
Better to be dirty than dead, is what the guy said. Oh no, he's cramping again.
Oh my goodness, there it goes.
Talk about.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine? Like it's not bad enough.
Yeah.
To get shot in the head during a contest.
Right.
But
you're taking a crap.
Right. Well,
with your ass hanging out. The
Yes. Talk about indignant.
Yes. And the world is watching.
I mean, I guess not really. Mile 35.
Yeah. I started doing a little, as I was watching, I kept pulling out my calculator.
Okay.
Like, what the number was on screen divided by 3, how many hours has it been?
Yep.
And, like, I was very impressed. They kept very consistent about daytime, nighttime, all that type of stuff.
Okay. So you weren't even further than I did.
I was like, I had to calculate this. If there's something to nitpick, that would be the one thing to potentially nitpick. Even though it would be the easiest thing in the world to fix. You just change the number that shows up on the screen. There's never a dialogue that say how many miles it's been.
So they've been walking for 12 hours at this point, right?
They're about, just shy of it.
Anybody look tired to you?
That's the one thing, because I knew your criticism at the time. After you saw the film, you mentioned it to me.
And we're not even close.
No, we're long. We got another like 200 miles to go. 250 miles to go or something. That is a thing. Garrett, he ends up looking, just because, like, this, like his clothing starts getting a lot more hanging off him, like he's been sweating and dirty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He ends up looking more haggard, but look at, like, McFreeze. He just looks fresh as a daisy. From minute 1 to minute whatever.
We'll get there. I'm just curious,
Yeah.
The Chinaman.
Right. Oh, yeah. Ellison looks like he increasingly looks like hell.
He's right. Now, that is a thing in the novel. He does decline in that way, and he really struggles in the novel. And obviously, these two, who are
the main focus.
Ray's the main character. McFreeze is like his
secondary
best friend, right? The number 2 main character. And there's not as much, deterioration, I don't think.
Physical state, though.
There is, but...
There is, just...
I'm saying...
There is a dividing line, a splitting hairs point, yeah.
Right. And I feel like old boy on the right there is the only one at the moment...
That really
that's
looks worse
showing,
for wear.
Right.
Yeah, the miles are getting to him.
I've walked for 2 or 3 miles.
Sure.
And I'm winded.
Oh, yeah.
And
I could not do this. Fucking hell no.
So Ray's looking a little...
Maybe if you have a year to train for it, maybe you could do it.
Well, it happens every year.
Yeah,
so in theory, you could.
Like you're training for a regular marathon, not like this death game.
Right. So here he's talking about his girlfriend, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe they made it his mom.
Well, his mom is a very heavy cog in the film.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he had a girlfriend and ended because of the walk and everything.
So I'm pretty sure in the novel he still has the girlfriend, and the whole point, is she's one of the things that he wants to make it so far to see in her town. 47 is Ray?
I'm thinking so, yeah.
Okay. Pretty sure. I can't see the dog tag because our subtitles are right over his chest.
Well, there it goes.
There's final warning, Ray.
Yeah.
You get one warning back for every hour you make it.
Yeah. No. 3 miles is a long way to go in 1 hour.
That's right.
When you've already been walking for like 14, 15 hours. And you're only getting started.
And here he's going uphill.
This is the steep climb, yeah. And he can't.
And you got to go 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. And he can't afford to slip up at all.
Oh, no.
Can't stop for nobody. Nobody.
There's
guys are getting shot down left and right.
Which, there's a whole dynamic in the novel about the psychology behind, all these people are dying, but I've just increased my odds. And now it's going to go on for less time because... Yeah. I mean, that's... As soon as more people die, it can end faster.
That's the twisted humanity of the story. You have to be glad that all these people are dying around you for you to survive. Oh, it's horrible.
Isn't it great? It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite novels. And, everyone, when people list the greatest Stephen King novels of all time...
It never comes up.
It really doesn't.
No.
You get the heavy hitters of The Stand, It, The Shining.
Yeah.
Salem's Lot often is in the mix. I feel like...
Then it goes down to like the novellas, the short stories that get the big adaptations.
Yeah, I feel like this is one that
glossed over.
Yeah. And it's often...
I like that. You're paid to shoot me, not stare at me, motherfucker. I like that.
The Bachman novels are often packaged together.
Yeah.
Once it came out that King was actually Bachman.
Oh, yeah.
All of these novels...
Either, right.
All the novels surged in sales.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right? So...
You're going to slap his name on it in a hot minute.
Right. And then... They all, I think, got re-released individually.
Probably,
but most commonly...
Collections.
It's a collection of the four first main Bachman books. Now, fun fact, one of the Bachman books is a story called Rage.
Okay.
And Rage is about a boy in high school who, basically, it's like a school shooting kind of story.
Yow.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, one of the 10 million school shootings in the United States, somebody had a copy of it.
Yeah.
Okay? Stephen King himself personally declared that it was going to be taken out of publication. He took his own book out of publication.
I can understand, yeah.
Now, you can still find copies of...
Yeah, secondhand stores, everything. I mean, they're going to cost you a boatload, I'm sure.
They keep getting more and more expensive as the years go on.
Well, get more rare.
One of the more sought-after collectibles in the King fandom is an original hard copy of Rage.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the most rare of all the books. My version of the Bachman books that I have at home is a paperback, and it does have it in there.
Cool.
I have one of the older ones. And it's a great story.
Okay.
It's really good. Obviously, I can separate the art from reality.
But I know King's very socially conscious generally.
Sure,
so.
yeah. Our guy on the left here is looking a little worse for wear.
Yeah, limping. I like the fact that they do have a number of guys they develop limps here and there, and the guy with the
you have to
the twisted ankle later on.
How do you not?
It's just It might be stuff with the script. What's nice is also the director making sure, assistant director, script supervisor, all these people just making sure we have these little touches for each one. It's not like everyone's doing it. But this character over the guy here, some other guy later on, stuff like that. So it's like it's part of the performance overall.
It's interesting that, like, you only ever hear two people talking, right?
Yeah,
There's not other conversation.
Chatter going around, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely different camps.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a super interesting thing in the novel that they kind of touched on when he was having the flashback to being at the table with his mom. The whole concept of you have to sleep at some point, right? And so you end up in this kind of semi-conscious trance,
yeah.
Right? But your brain keeps going, right? Like your feet keep going.
It's almost a sleepwalking.
Right?
Scenario.
Exactly. Yeah. And all right, so excuse me, they're at mile 67. So that's 23. No, 20. 23.
See, I couldn't do
23.
math. I couldn't fucking do math. 67. So we're at about 22 hours in.
Right.
22 and about 22 and a third. So probably about 7:15 a.m. the next day.
All of these people, none of them look like they've been walking for 22 hours. Like, you get
Stebbins is getting a little worse for wear.
Well, even Ray's looking a little
rugged,
moist.
Yeah,
but
Baker back there, not as much. McVrie's not as much, really.
Not at all.
Not at all.
He looks like we just started 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He slept in the trailer overnight. It's the beginning, first day of set.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new day. All right, let's walk.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else jumped back into character. He's like, nope, it's Dave. Here we go.
Yeah. They did shoot this all sequentially.
Good.
Everything in order. So. Yeah,
look at that. Broken. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, great acting, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can fucking do. Anyone can do.
There's something haunting.
I like Baker doing this, trying to call the kids off. They don't need to be seeing this.
I do think there is something haunting about there just being two kids on the road,
right,
as opposed to
a whole mess.
Right, a whole. Look at the Mist.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with The Mist by Stephen King.
Yeah.
Like, why are people surprised, right? Like, you fall into this, like, you get a relationship going with somebody.
Right. And you kind of self-delusion of the entire thing.
Right.
Illusions of just not even thinking about the consequences of what you're dealing with. You think if you just keep walking, everything will be fine.
Right. You can't walk forever, though.
No, you can't.
Little Hoff here is, he hasn't been in anything recently, right?
What?
Baby Hoff.
This is the first thing I'm aware of him in.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him in anything since.
I can check. I mean, it's been less than a year since the film came out, so. But let me. Oh, he was in that Saturday night, this SNL dramatization.
Oh.
That
was before this.
Yes, it was. He played Dick Ebersol.
Oh, well. Dick Ebersol, head of NBC Sports. Yeah. Dick Ebersol, friends with Vince McMahon. Dick Ebersol Dick Ebersol,
Saturday Night's Main Event.
The whole creator of Saturday Night's Main Event,
yeah. He's only been acting a couple years. He's got a couple of things in post-production now. He's done some theater work.
I think PSH was also a theater guy for a minute.
I wouldn't doubt it. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck.
So, that was a thing in the novel, only he ran into like a cornfield or something, thinking that he could escape the,
Yeah.
2, 4, 6...
14
8,
in a row?
10, 12, 14. Mile 103 is 35...
About 35
hours.
Yeah. On the regular 3 hour per hour. 3 miles per hour.
And there's still people like those background people that we don't even know who they are.
No.
He's a really great character.
Oh, yeah. Baker.
Baker, yeah. Maybe somebody was black in the novel, and I'm just misremembering. Because I do feel like the Baker character was like an army,
Okay.
like a southern...
Okay.
Like, I could see this guy in a Vietnam War movie.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, probably when King was riding the dial, I'm pretty sure that's prevalent on his mind about young men being sent out for the betterment of the country and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
That's right. I mean, the fact that the dog tags kind of nails it right in the head.
Absolutely. Right. It's a little on the nose. So yeah, you get to wish. You get to wish for anything you want. You basically get a free wish. And it's so interesting when I read it the first time and then reread it. Mm-hmm. I myself misremembered the ending to the novel.
Intriguing.
I think what happened was, in my brain, I conflated with what I wanted him to do versus what he actually did.
Okay.
So then when I reread it, I was like thinking that, I know what happens, but it was really me remembering what I wanted to happen.
Imagined memories.
Yes. But either way, I like the ending to the movie better than... Yeah. Do that after walking for 35 hours.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know,
I just don't... can't fathom the physicality of it
King does a pretty good job in the novel
of talking about the wear and tear.
Yes.
The soreness.
Yeah, I mean,
exhaustion.
it's obviously they can't go slower.
No, you can't. More than 10 seconds tops?
There is a way that he's able to make you feel that they've deteriorated.
Uh-huh.
And looking at Baker here, he looks like day
fresh.
one.
Yeah.
Pete looks brand new.
Yeah.
Even Ray just looks sweaty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sweaty Ray. An old boy on the Indian guy is also just sweaty.
Parker. Yeah. Parker's always got this scowl every time he looks at Barkovich.
Yeah.
Can you just shut the fuck up?
Well, that's the thing. He just he's a yap dog.
Yeah. He
just an antagonist. He's a shit heel.
Yeah.
there's a lot of talk in the novel about the longest it's ever gone.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Will it, are we going to surpass this? What town do we make it to? What state line do we make it to in order for it to be the longest?
I imagine it starts at like the tip of Maine and starts going southeast.
Yeah,
southwest.
It's definitely north, and I think at some point they cross into New Hampshire.
Sure.
Like ultimately they might get to Boston.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's like trying to figure out Stebbins in the novel.
Yeah. This fella here.
He looks like he just started walking 10 minutes ago.
Where's he been the whole time? Just now breaking out the radio?
Stebbins looks slightly a little worse, worn down. Can you imagine in the rain?
Oh, in the red, yeah. Ugh.
I do really think the biggest, psychological point of the is the relationship, of the building of the friendships, only to know that they have to be torn down.
Yeah.
It's such a great concept.
Yeah.
We lose a couple? 144, day 3. So, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
That's almost 50 hours.
Yes. You're better at math than I am. I had to constantly keep checking because I could not.
I can divide by 3.
I was just not having. Well, they're not the easy round.
No.
If it was at 150, I could divide it easily. It was 144. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Oh, here's a poop.
Oh, Baker. Taking a
2.
Oh. And they're like, oh, crap.
Oh, there it is. Little plop and drop and plop.
Oh.
The old drop and plop.
Oh, then you gotta catch up the pace with your fucking belt off and shit. Oh, shit. The fact is, you can't wipe.
Well, no, that's what that's what the first guy said. It's better to be dirty than dead.
Dirty than dead, and you're sweaty.
Yeah.
You got all that on the back end. I mean, woo! These guys could be ripe. I mean, I liked early on the whole thing when, McVrees, he's got to take a leak and just turns around and just lets it fly.
Well, right. Well, he did he's grabbed his cock many times.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of indicated that he's perhaps well endowed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He doesn't care if anybody's looking.
No.
People probably aren't looking.
No.
The other thing that I don't think that they've focused on a lot here is the food and drink situation.
Yeah, not as much.
So,
the canteen stuff they touch on enough.
The rules are you can ask for water anytime you want.
Yeah.
Your food, all your pellets or paste or whatever, you get those once a day at the beginning of the day.
Ooh, that ain't much. But then it's like, how much do you really want to eat when you have to do that?
Right, you ration. Right.
So, yeah, you gotta...
But you're also burning calories all day long.
Right.
So...
Yeah, I just... Oof.
Now, we watched Tremors. You last a lot longer without food than you do without water.
Yeah. Especially in this situation. You're sweating.
That first guy went up the telephone pole and was there for 3 days and died of thirst.
Yeah.
So, clearly, as long as they've got water, they're fine.
Yeah.
The food, you can go probably a week without food before you're starved to death.
Especially if you have a lot of body fat to burn off.
Well, Ray definitely is a more husky man than... And I don't remember him pictured that way in the novel. That's not something that
neutralized.
There was one character that they didn't really do anything with here. That was almost a big football player type.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm going to win, and I'm very just steadfast that he was the best. And then people found out that he was married at the end.
Okay.
And so I think they took that and moved it over.
With Olsen.
Merged it with Olsen, yeah. And it was one of those like, wait, he what? And so now you found out that he's got a wife and a baby at home, and you're like, oh, like it added a different dynamic.
Yeah, sure.
Spoiler alert, he didn't make it.
Yeah.
This was in the novel.
Okay.
Although I don't know if they specifically shot him or just took him away. Like
I think I read there was a kidnapping.
They took him away and like enlisted him into the Corps, whatever the army or which was kind of implied that he was being 86th, but
this is a lot more shorthand.
Sure. Right. This is a change that you make when you want to tell the story quick.
Yeah.
And it also adds to, or I guess it doesn't really add because it's the same effect from the cause. A slightly different cause, same effect. Where Garrett hates
the major.
The major.
Yeah.
And has a vendetta and wants to stick it to him.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice little thread that, like it's not just, oh, we're in this to win and I'm going to get a wish.
Yeah.
It's, I'm in it to win, I'm going to get a wish, and I'm going to avenge my dead dad. So he's saying that when he wins, his wish is going to be for a gun.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the gun, he's going to kill the major. I do think it is slightly... Now, I don't think that was in the novel. Like, the idea of, I'm going to win and I'm going to kill the major.
Okay.
That was a made-up thread for the film.
Okay.
I don't think anybody ever actually decides in the novel what their wish will be.
Okay.
There's a lot of hypothesizing and a lot of,
Okay.
But what I don't get from a kind of storytelling point of view is, does he not get that if you kill the major, there's just going to be another major? Like, and that's not how things work, right? Like, if you kill the president, somebody else immediately becomes president.
And in this type of reality that they've vaguely set up, it's probably not going to be someone any better than the other guy.
Well, no, it's not like...
There's
a political party...
There's some progressive guy on the other side of the scene who's going to take over and change the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, it is him saying that this is going to change things. Does tip on the detriment to not having the wider media scope on the thing.
This is a weird, like, let's just have one little family in a cornfield having lunch.
Odd choice.
Like...
But it's like him saying this is going to change things. Well, it comes to the detriment of not having the wider scope of the media thing. How is it going to change things just killing one guy if we don't know how big of an influence he is on the world at large? If this guy was running everything,
what if
it could be like a striking point of a revolution or something like that? You just kill one guy in a larger cog of a system. Like to your point, the system will keep running.
So how about this? What if he wins? And his wish is, I become the major.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, now he's in charge.
Right. Something like
So,
that. There's...
here's a fun... I guess I'll tell you now.
Sure, go ahead.
That when I was rereading the book, in my mind, spoiler alert,
Sure.
Ray wins the long walk in the novel.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have sworn to whatever that Ray wished in the novel that it was the end of the race, that it never happened again.
Mm-hmm.
That's
dissolved the entire long walk.
Basically dissolved the long walk, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That he wins and says, I want this never to happen again.
Yes.
I completely misremembered that. That is not what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was actually kind of fun when I reread it that I had that in my brain and then it didn't happen and I was like, oh. And when we get to the end,
yeah,
I can explain a little better about what was there and what they changed.
Oh, here we go.
I love this. So this is in the novel too. They run over his legs, but he's not dead yet.
Still warnings,
right? You still have to give him his warnings.
You have to give him the warnings. It's part of the rules. There's no deviation from the rules. That's the totalitarian, militaristic thing of it all.
Yeah.
And the radio guy's getting it. I think he's just gonna zonked out on the whole thing.
Yep.
And Olsen, man, oof.
He's really doing a bang-up job at this acting.
Ben Wang. He was
Wang?
Yeah. He was the kid they got for that new Karate Kid film they threw together with Machio and Jackie Chan.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't either, but...
He was the kid?
Yeah, he was the kid. I apparently kind of plucked him out of almost nowhere. But hell, he's doing a hell of a job at this film.
Wasn't there one with Jaden Smith back in the day?
Yeah.
Was that also
Jackie Chan? So they thought that was like a reboot, but now it's kind of tied into the same continuity because of this Legends film they made. So who knows? And it
all right.
apparently has some continues on from Cobra Kai in some way. I don't know. It's too much to deal with.
Too much for me.
Too much.
We're almost at 48 hours.
Yeah.
We're at least 36. And I believe, at least, that they're looking worse.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is what they should have looked like at the first night.
Sure,
Not the second night.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're down to what? Just like 8 guys here?
Yeah, or roughly.
They didn't even give stories for the other ones, right? They just took them off screen.
Yeah, they just plucked them off.
You know, it's fast forward.
Yeah,
okay, goodbye. There's less guys. It's fine. No, nobody's paying attention.
Nothing has to be a giant incident.
It is kind of a thing, though. Like, Stebbins is such an enigma in the novel that by the end, I think he makes it to the last 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah.
And
same here.
Eventually, they do kind of crack the nut and get to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you're rewarded with that information as the reader. Mm-hmm. Because
it's such a
mystery the whole time, and then you finally learn things. He's walking the wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
The fact that he gets up and keeps going with a shot in the belly. And according to Harvey Keitel, other than the kneecap, the belly is the most painful place a man can be shot.
It just keeps bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. It's a slow way to go.
Why would you do that? Why would you... Oh, he's going to save the other...
Yeah, he's trying to save Art from the same fate.
Yeah. He's dead.
Olsen's done. Oh.
And there it is, right?
He did it all wrong.
He went and saved this guy, and there are definitely moments in the novel where Ray is like, I cannot save people anymore.
Right. There's a certain just breaking point in the psychology.
Yes.
Where you just can't do it no more.
I think you would really like the novel. I don't know if you can find a copy of the, an audio or whatever.
Sure there is. I believe there is. Yeah, there's just a point where it just switches off in your brain. You're just an emotional exhaustion of the whole thing. There's only so far your empathy can go before it's just like there's no more reservoir left.
Right, and it's so well written.
Yeah.
For his first novel, it's so well written that as the reader, you are also exhausted.
Right.
It's why nobody will ever convince me he's not the greatest writer ever.
Last 6.
And there's old Pete looking like it's day one still.
Yeah.
Like, why are we fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they took I forget what the other character's name was in the book, but big burly dude, and he was like, I think what happened was he got a cold.
Okay.
And, was coughing and had a head cold and stuff, and that's what ultimately did him in.
They kind of pushed that off to Stebbins.
Right. Barkovich, not nearly as
He's been silent for a long old time.
Yeah. Not nearly as big of a heel here as he was in the novel. He's still...
But you can see the expression on him. There's that surly, bitter feeling.
Oh, so here's the part. Yes, they all said that whoever wins is going to donate some money.
Yeah, do something for the family.
For the family, yeah.
Yeah, this is him
saying
he's all ill now. I love watching this back again. You can take what you know from watching it the first time, and you can impose upon what you know about the characters later on, what you're reading into the performance of the character now. What's going on behind, why he's acting the way he is, why he feels kind of closed off and angsty and all that type of stuff.
Well, this goes back to what I was saying in our last commentary, the fantastic acting advice of Tom Hanks,
right,
of be on time, know your material, and have an idea. Yeah. So what kind of is linear to your point, these folks have had the privilege of reading the whole script.
Yes.
So they're able to come into it having an idea.
Forethought of the emotional context of who they are, why they're here, what they're doing this for. And
here, Barkovich's guilt feels this guilt.
The complexity of him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be redeemed for anything that he's doing, but you're understanding this guy's not right psychologically, whether it was before or now, specifically just after what he did. You can't absolve him for anything but You can at least tell that he's more than what he was earlier. There's
a little redemption.
Just saying that there's more of a character there. There's more dimension to him than just being this antagonistic dick who wants it for himself.
Well, and that I think is...
There's a psychological complexity to his guilt and remorse.
And I think there's more remorse in the movie than there was in the book, which is a cinematic way of tying the loose end, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have resolution in the side stories also.
Yeah, and he's doing a fantastic job. Every expression.
I actually think that Ray, our main character, is the least interesting in the movie.
Kind of. He's a lot more simplified. Everyone else feels a little bit more complex. I mean, he's
like, it's not
scratching all over the place.
I love it.
Fascinating to watch.
He's great. We're all walking together as friends.
Charlie Plummer. I swear I've seen this guy in something before. It's that one of those faces, but I didn't recognize his filmography. It's an interesting thing that it's not really a midpoint turn in the film.
No.
As we've discussed so many times.
Yeah, and...
Not that I really feel like there could really be that much of a thing, because it's just all one objective. It's just the character dynamics have to shift around a little bit and peel back the layers.
Right. So, the midpoint could be a shift in objective, an explanation of an objective, or...
Yeah. We're expecting that to come.
A suicide?
Yeah.
The other thing that they could have done...
Warning.
...is... They could have... without telling us in advance, taken the final mile marker and made the midpoint of the movie the halfway to that number.
Maybe, yeah.
And so then looking back, you would go, oh, halfway was actually halfway?
Yeah, something.
So,
or there's just maybe a shift in dynamics of characters that alters the complexion of what you're doing.
So now we're at 80...
Yeah.
I don't know.
80 plus hours, yeah.
We're into the fourth day.
Yeah. Long old way.
And, they've never really hit a town.
No, they haven't really hit anything populated. And
that's the thing. Like, there's no... I thought it was very essential to the story.
To get that kind of gawking sensibility instead of these
and
real
the cheering,
disparate people,
looking
on
for
the side of the, they just happen to come across. Yeah.
And there's one character, I don't remember which character it is, because there were so many.
Yeah.
But there was one character that, it might have even been Ray, actually.
Okay.
I think it was. Who, he gets to a town, and there's people cheering him on because he's the hometown. That makes sense that's him. And there's the girl on the side of the road that's like, I love you, Ray, or whatever.
Because they had the girl with the sign early on, but there's just one person out in the middle of nowhere.
And so he goes over and kisses her.
And he gets a warning.
Yes. And it's like he feels like he's a movie star.
Yeah.
But then he has the guilt because his girlfriend is...
watching. And...
at some point down the road. So, I don't know. There's little things like that.
Yeah, I think they could have played a little bit more with that.
I feel like that is... that's my minor gripe, is that they could have included... Now, I realize that includes paying extras and more days of shooting and a bigger production. And, I understand why they didn't do it, but I wish that they did.
I think this cost around $20 million. They made about 3 times his budget back.
Right, so for an extra $2 million...
Maybe.
They could have just paid a bunch of extras to have a town scene.
$20 million, they made back 63.
Right. I feel like a producer could have said, How about we have one scene in a town where there's lots of people?
Something, yeah. Yeah.
Because then you get the dynamic of the people that are... you can interact with them.
Yeah. You get a little more sense of the mentality towards it.
Right.
Again, that little bit of that spectator thing, just to kind of juice the world around it.
Right. You show two people going, maybe making a side bet about who's going to get off here or there.
Yeah, just a little something. Or it's just far enough into the thing. Maybe even that's close to the midpoint.
Because as we're watching it, without the context of all the people, like, here's the town.
Yeah.
But there's nobody here.
Nobody here.
So you lose the concept of the scope of it.
Yeah.
And B, the why.
Yeah.
Like, they're, in the novel, they feel like fish in the fishbowl.
Yeah.
You know?
I can imagine.
Like, one of the fish is going to live, and all the other ones are going to die.
Yeah. One's going to flip over and flop out onto the dresser like it happened to us one time.
Oh, boy.
It's like it was just on my sister's dresser the next morning. I don't know how. It just did. Goldfish don't last long.
No, they don't. Except carp. They last a million years.
Wow. Stebbins looking bad.
There's Mom.
There's Mama.
And she's literally the only one on the side of the road. Like,
they could have had They could have had a good 20 people just in this little, like 12-foot spanse, wherever it is. It's interesting that they got all these old vintage cars.
Yeah.
They were trying to kind of give it a little this feeling like kind of America kind of stilted at a certain point. It didn't progress past a certain point in history with its progression of everything. It's just kind of stuck in this kind of 60s vibe, particularly the time you wrote it. So, and there's no modern technology. The only TV we even see a TV, I don't think.
Oh, maybe that's why you're not winded. He walked all the way from wherever he's from up here in the big war when I was little. So that, again...
Yeah, probably good 15 years, maybe.
Yeah, there's no saying how old he really is.
Yeah.
But if he's 25, let's say, and it's 1960-something, then that means he was alive during World War II.
Yeah.
So... But yes, to your point, the old cars definitely timestamp it in...
a subtle way.
Along... Back then.
Yeah.
This is a back then story.
Yeah.
Which is why there's not a lot of pop culture reference in here in the dialogue either.
Which is smart, I think.
Right, because it timestamps it in a true way.
Yeah.
He really does a great job in this movie.
He's such a star, man.
Where are the others? I don't see the others.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably
they must be ahead
because he stopped with the
yes,
bomb and everything, so they're probably ahead of him.
Yeah, but you're walking like it's day one still.
Yeah.
Like, Ray's at least got his feet off, his shoes off.
Yeah.
His feet are bloody.
His hair's a mess, and his shirt looks
He's
like
sweaty.
It's soaked. Yeah.
I just didn't picture that when I read the story. Like, this stocky,
okay,
sandy-haired, like, I don't know. it definitely feels more. I think the kid was only like 16 or something in the novel, so you know, he's, I don't know, he's a high schooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even see my ahead of him either.
I don't
they
either.
All kind of slipped into nowhere.
All right, so we're 102 hours in.
Yeesh.
And we're down to what, 4? 5.
5.
We got a Survivor Series team here. That's what we got.
He ain't surviving much. Yeah.
That one guy either earlier took his pants off. He did a Bad News Brown where he said, "Screw this, I'm just leaving." You know, Bad News always just left the Survivor Series team.
Oh yeah.
He just walked out. I don't need you people.
Nah.
Oh, we forgot about him.
Parker, yeah, up front. Give it to himself. Looking surlier by the minute. Uh-oh.
I like that they didn't shoot him immediately.
Yeah.
They gave him a warning.
Yeah.
Which means not only do we follow the rules, but our own people are expendable.
Oh, yeah.
And he thought it was worth the sacrifice to just take one with him.
One. And then, now I'm going to let you have the pleasure of it. Oh.
Really well done on the...
Yeah. The effects work on that.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know how you do that. Like, I don't know what the logistics are behind that effect shot. Like, it's not just a squib that you blow up on your chest.
There's probably a little digital work involved with the whole thing.
All right, 108 hours.
Uh-oh, no.
Yeah, he's hemorrhaging.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Great makeup work on him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his lips are broken and chapped.
Yeah. I mean, just across the board, this cast is spectacular.
What a line.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to die now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
And just resigning yourself to the fact.
Yeah.
Just
like,
no
obviously,
more.
Everyone goes into the event thinking there's an equal opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's like the first week of the sports season. Everybody's undefeated.
Field,
everybody's undefeated.
No one's tested yet.
Right.
Really good.
Doesn't it tears your heart out,
yeah.
You know?
And this fucking blank stare he's got. He's just so
like
far gone.
He's like, this is fucking Weekend at Bernie's here in a second. I mean,
yes, it is.
You know, it's...
Yeah.
He's basically...
Terry Kaiser.
Yeah.
I like this bit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Don't watch it. Give me that respect.
I've just got a little... I'm welling up.
Yeah, just like it just... let me die with some sense of dignity there.
Right.
I don't want you looking at.
I don't want to be one of the people with my ass out in the poop.
Yeah, just march on. It's just like, and the anguish on the Free's face. Like,
yeah, look at that forehead.
Yeah, just, oh my goodness.
And I love,
the
even
staggering
though,
back.
it's not in focus.
The slight, that slowly
and it's almost completely blurred by the lights. And just a little red.
Little red. Yeah.
Ah.
Look, I tell you, Francis Lawrence knows his stuff, man. He's got this down pat.
It would have been great if this was like a state line over this river, the bridge, right?
Sign or something, yeah.
You know, like, give us some sort of, like, that's part of my minor gripe.
Yeah.
Is not only the absence of people,
yeah,
but don't just give me a number, of miles.
Yeah.
Show me, right, like
a visual feeling of distance.
Right. And a state line would surely help.
Yeah.
Like, how about, and I don't want to just rebook the territory, but what if at the beginning, at the drop-off, there was a map that showed the route, right? Like, and it showed the state lines.
Just one guy was like kind of plotting it out, saying, here, this is what we're doing, this is, sort of like you were saying how they were asking Garrett in the book,
right,
landmarks.
Are we almost to this town?
What's the territory looking like?
How far is this town?
Yeah.
So if there was a map that said the longest walk ever went was to here.
Yeah.
And it was 400 miles or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it crossed 3 states. Or, I don't know, give us something.
Yeah.
Because we can't
really fathom 326 miles in our heads of walking and
like
what that looks like. You know, this is... Oh.
So, I was thinking in my head, like, where could we go in 300 and some odd miles,
Map
right?
it up. Yeah.
So, actually, I have a map that does a radius. What I was thinking in my head was that we're about this far from Minneapolis.
Okay.
So I typed in Mall of America in Minneapolis from where we're sitting, which is 397 miles. But I have another app on my phone that does a radius. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find it.
This is Stebbins' scene and all that stuff. Just talking about, like, he can feel his body failing him, and this entire vitriol he has against the Major because he's his bastard child. It's like it's powerful stuff to see. Again, that's the stuff that you can go back to the film and see that why he is as he is through the entire film, because he's got this bitterness, that he's got it all like angst up inside of him, and just trying to carry that as like almost like a fuel. And he doesn't even really talk about what he's going to do with the wish if he got that far.
I'm pretty sure that in the novel, Stebbins was also the child of the Major. I think that's a thing.
And the fact that they got this respect from him at the end, because, I mean, they see how much he's suffering. And just like he can't go any further. It's the end.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get a chance to confront the Major about it, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And I'm trying to remember if he does in the novel. I feel like he does. I feel like he's able to say something, but maybe I'm making that up.
Would have been a nice beat to have.
Right, because otherwise
maybe before he reveals that he has this confrontation, then he tells the guys why he said that. It would have been a nice beat, I feel. Because right before then, Major's doing the mouthing off shit and everything, and then he started sniping back at him. Would have been a nice moment to have him give a little catharsis.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not going to chink his armor whatsoever. But
no, I'm saying like, the fact they could have had it or not had it.
Yeah.
But because the Major doesn't have the moment, it doesn't matter that Stebbins has the moment. You know,
you need the other half of it to
right.
really have a meaning for it all.
Right.
Because it really doesn't change the complexion of the Major's character at all.
Like he could have said that, you know, any fact about his life.
Yeah.
But if it's not proven true, or
unless the Major comes back at him saying, again, kind of like a disregard for humanity, disregard for life. Like
there's some people. Now that we're down to the last two.
Yeah.
We can only pay extras for one day.
Yeah. But it sounded like the Major kind of saying like, I don't know exactly what to say. Well, it's something to the point of just like further disregard for anyone. Like, you don't mean anything more to me than any of these other people who get slaughtered. Right. That further sociopathic mentality.
Right, which then invalidates his life to the point where he could just stop.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
It's like, there's nothing for me to gain after all this that I've suffered through. Oh.
So, I mean, we've reached the end here.
Mm-hmm.
The major gripe is that Pete looks like he's still fresh as a daisy.
And there's not a speck of beard stubble on him.
Right.
These guys aren't stopping to shave.
Yeah, I mean...
Garrett, he does look like he has.
Yeah.
He's grown it out.
Right, because it's been, 4 nights or something, 5 nights. And we now have the major revision of the ending of the story. Ray is the hero of our novel from page 1.
Okay.
Like, I mean, obviously you don't realize that, but it's from his point of view, so you assume.
Yeah.
And so he wins in the novel, and I then misremember him picking a wish.
Yeah.
But in a very classic Stephen King ending where there's no ending, he is declared the winner, and he keeps walking.
And there's some kind of dark figure that kind of, like a hallucinatory thing I read.
Yeah, and then basically he just keeps walking, into oblivion or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. So here's the problem.
Yeah.
Movies have different rules.
Yes.
Movies are a math problem.
Yes.
You have to have a resolution.
Yes.
You cannot just have somebody win and keep walking, roll credits.
Right.
Because they didn't get their wish. You have to have somebody get the wish and win the prize.
You can't leave them floating in the breeze.
You have to resolve the rules of the movie and the contest.
Yes.
So they did a switcheroo, which is fine. He picks a wish,
And
and he then resolves the objective of our main character
Yes.
for him.
yes.
It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
it's the old, like, everyone is so mad. Oh, I don't know why they changed the ending. Well, that's because the novel doesn't have an ending.
Mm-hmm.
It has, the novel is the equivalent of the song fading out.
Yes. Which is fine for a song, but not for a movie.
Right. You cannot have the movie
Right.
fade into nothing. There's no fade out.
No. Now, as it's written in Wikipedia, the alternate ending they had,
Okay?
instead of killing the Major, Pete drops the rifle at his side and continues walking, still disillusioned from his wish. Intertitles reveal that he begins mailing 3 envelopes filled with cash each month, one apiece to Hank's widow, Ray's mother, and Art's grandmother, the last of whom also receives Art's rosary and cross, which he had given to Ray before deciding to stop. Which is a much more extended conclusion to the thing.
I don't like that. I like this
Yeah,
better.
Yeah. It just
and
feels
so-
nihilistic.
And then you still have
The walk away.
the walk away.
Because what have I got now?
Right.
I went
And-
through this whole thing for what?
And that's kind of what is implied with the novel.
Yeah.
But here, they ended and resolved the story,
Yes.
which is what you have to do in a novel or in a movie, not in a novel.
Novel can be
Vague.
allowed you to kind of percolate ideas after you finish. There's plenty of things I've gone through that have that kind of open ending that kind of let you kind of pull the ideas together for yourself. What do you feel would the character do next? What would their next choice be in the situation? Stuff like that. But a film, if you want to make $60 million,
Right.
you got to give a certain. It doesn't have to be satisfying in a positive way, but it has to be satisfying in terms of
Mathematical,
a
yeah.
conclusion to the story you've been sitting here waiting for a resolution for.
I don't understand why people don't understand.
Right.
Like, this, aside from just having Ray win, get his wish, and kill the Major,
Right.
but that's,
It's to expect.
you already told me that's what was
Right.
going to happen.
Yeah.
This is a twist.
Right.
I don't mind a twist.
Right.
I don't think that
It's an earned twist too.
Yes.
Not just a flippant twist.
I don't think that what we just watched undermines
Anything. No.
the entire novel.
No.
Like, what? No.
It feels in line with the tone of the story because, like I was saying, it's still nihilistic.
Yeah.
It's like he made this fantastic friend and he had to see him die. And all he could do is take the life of one guy in the system that had some sort of comeuppance waiting for him because of everything he went through. But even then, it's like there's nothing satisfying to McVrees about the situation. Like, all I've done is lost stuff along the way.
Right.
I haven't gained anything.
And then he used Ray's wish,
Yeah.
not even his own.
Yeah.
Like, he used his wish
Right.
to accommodate his new friend,
Yeah.
who's dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many more layers of good to that ending that we just watched than there is to, I outlived everybody and I kept walking, and what does it all mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's boring. Like, it's good. The
Again-
story is good.
You can do, like we've already said, do more in a novel where you can have that sort of the words, how he sets the stage with the words as he talks about the atmosphere of the moment, the feeling of the moment, what's going on in the heads of the characters, all these different things, to give you more that kind of context to push you through the ending like that.
Right.
And ambiguous type thing. You can say more in a novel than you can visually sometimes.
Yeah, and when you only have a finite amount of minutes,
Yeah.
you
and
have
got
to
to wrap it up at a certain point.
You
can't
have
just
to
linger.
follow the math problem. It's a legit math problem.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, this one is one of the very, very few that we've ever covered in over 200 of these that didn't have a really defining midpoint.
No.
That pivots the story in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I mean, is it the best adaptation I've ever seen? No. Are there things that I wish we could add in, like perspective of distance, extras in the town, you know, a little bit more of an atmosphere of spectacle as opposed to it felt more like so much isolation.
Yeah.
Which it tells
they
it
really don't even focus. They like mention the thing is on being broadcast over TV, but it's never it's brought up once and kind of forgotten. With another
it's like a throwaway
90
line.
minutes of the film.
Yeah. And then my major gripe about the deterioration, and it just I don't believe it. What you showed me is not believable.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, in the end, I think it's great. Like, the novel is one of my favorites that he's ever written, and like a top 10. Well, he's got over 60 novels.
Sure.
I'll say it's top 10.
Yeah.
You know, for me. And you know, does that? I don't think that that's the basis of my nitpickiness. Like I'm truly objective about adaptations. As everyone that's listened, I'm guessing that this is going to make its way into the Stephen King playlist. So anything from this playlist that you want to go back and listen to, Firestarter, Cujo, Pet Sematary, like all of these things that The Shining, that we've covered, both versions of it, that talk about the differences between film and novel. Like, I'm not here to get mad about changes.
Right.
But I can get mad about what you've presented me on film and what could have been better about that.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with better as in more like the novel.
Yeah.
Better as in a better movie.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. To accentuate the ideas you have, the ones you seem to be kind of going for, that maybe you didn't get all the way through. Yeah.
Manitoba with a bison on it. SAG-AFTRA. Sean Astin, our current SAG-AFTRA president.
An actor of the Canadian equivalent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, we made it through the first of our 2025 Stephen King adaptations.
Yes.
Which is also a Richard Bachman adaptation.
Yes.
And we're going to see you next time. Is it next?
The next one we're doing is the update version of The Running Man.
No Arnold in this one.
No. Oh. Just a tad. just a little drop on the screen for him.
All right.
But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us, and let us know what your thoughts about this film, and we'll catch you with the next one.
See ya.
Bye.